Welcome to the check-in.
Welcome to the check-in.
Hey y'all, first things first, we gotta let y'all know we grown-ass women, and grown-ass women say some grown-ass shit sometimes. So if your earballs are not prepared for profanity, prepare them.
And also, we are not mental health professionals, so if you are dealing with a mental health crisis or you need somebody to talk to, text HOME to 741-741 and a trained professional will get back in touch with you.
All right, let's get into this content.
So today we are talking about switching gears between empathy and sympathy.
Yep, we're talking about that today.
For the first time.
For the first time ever.
So,
here in this living room.
The first time we've ever talked about switching gears between sympathy and empathy. It really needs to be a special episode.
It is. It already is. Very special.
I think we need to make it special for the audience.
Oh, how should we do that?
So let's just... Should we play a game? Should we play a game?
What kind of game?
Would you rather use sympathy or empathy game?
Okay.
So I'll start off.
Okay,
so it is election season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just got through a pretty contentious election. Certain people don't want to believe the results. Would you rather sympathize or empathize with them?
Oh, I can easily empathize and sympathize because just 4 years ago, I too could not believe the results. I know how that feels.
Okay.
But seeing as I know how that feels, it's also very easy for me to just sympathize.
Okay, how do you switch gears between empathy and sympathy? Because this is the first time we're recording this episode, and we need to talk about the topic at hand.
Oh, okay. So for the first time ever, here on the East Coast, in the DMV, with the Chicken Twins. So I switch gears when I feel like it. So I let my feelings direct how I'm gonna respond, you know? Like, I let my heart do the thinking. And usually my heart, it do it right. And I be like, good job, heart.
How do you get to a point where your heart does a good job?
That's just intuition. It's natural talent, baby. I don't know what to tell you.
Are you done, miss?
All my good ideas are gone.
I am drawing a blank for this first recording ever of this episode because, you know, all right, so boom.
Okay, yeah.
So boom. Switching gears between empathy and sympathy.
Yeah.
You gotta know.
You know stuff.
No, you have to know when to. You have to know when it is important to feel all the feels and when it is important to disconnect from the situation. That is the big key factor. You gotta read the room. You gotta read yourself or some shit that you've said before.
Did I?
No, this is the first time you said that. I'm just repeating things you haven't said yet.
All right.
So
twins.
gang. So
sometimes your emotions are like a teapot full of hot water that's been steeping. And what you gotta do is you gotta take that teapot and you gotta put some tea in the teacup.
Okay.
But you don't want to put too much tea.
Why?
You don't want that bitch to overflow.
If it does, then there's a dog to lick it up. So boom.
Where?
This is all hypothetical. So there's a hypothetical dog.
This is not hypothetical. There's many a teapot in this house that have had many a hot water and many a steeping, and there has been no such animal in this house, not in this African American home.
Fuck this topic. I'm not even good at this topic. I don't like empathy. I'm not an empathetic person, but I am. So I'm something that I don't want to be, and fuck it. That's how I feel.
Wait, no. You have to let yourself be who you are. And don't be hard on yourself for being nice and compassionate, for thinking about others, for wanting to help others.
But if that gets me to a place of pain, fear, what's another negative? Anxiety.
Okay, don't just be listening to a bunch of negative
I mean,
stuff.
if it gets me to a place where I'm uncomfortable and I don't like it.
But why? Why is that the natural response you have to helping people or being empathetic towards what they're going through?
Trauma. That's the answer for everything. Like Jesus. It's trauma.
Okay, maybe we can
unpack that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
like, what is the situation where you were empathetic or sympathetic? We'll say either or, where it backfired.
Okay. So, all of the examples that I have are really petty, and I don't want to be, I want to spare feelings of just assholes, you know? And that's always what I do. That's how I live my life. That's how I move in this world. I spare the feelings of people that don't deserve to be spared. So when it comes to empathy, I get really disgusted by it because I'm just like, ugh.
So it doesn't sound like empathy is a bad thing. It sounds like the people you're choosing to be empathetic towards don't deserve your extra consideration.
Boom. That's what it is.
All right, so then you gotta keep empathy name about your mouth, because empathy not doing nothing wrong.
It is when it's out of control. And right now I'm in a point in my life where I recognize how out of control it is, and I don't know how to not let that teacup overflow. Boom. Back to your analogy.
You stop pouring it, bitch.
I mean, okay, but
because you're in a space where you're seeming like you're either
all or nothing.
Yes, you're serving so much tea that it's hitting the floor and burning your toes and doing all this extra stuff, or you're like, I'm just not gonna have tea anymore, and that's not conducive for you to have intimate, meaningful relationships.
I agree, but that process takes time, and learning that about myself is like a new thing. Literally 2 weeks ago, you told me I was an empath, and I was like, no, I'm not. And then a week later, I was like, oh shit, I am. So I'm learning in real time, and things that happen have already happened. I've been over considerate to people that I shouldn't have been, and I can take those as lessons to move forward. But it's just like old habits, it's hard to break.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you get this empathy, and you get this empathy, and you get this sympathy. But I don't know how to balance it. And that's my sad life.
I mean, I don't think that I found per se a way to balance it. I just chose people that
deserve it.
Yeah. So I think I go as hard for the people in my circle now that I did for the people who were in my circle that are no longer there anymore. Mm-hmm. I still, if you needed cash, I slide it to you. If you needed me to show up somewhere, God forbid you need me to drive somewhere, I'ma hate it, but I'll do it. I'll go the distance for anybody that's in my circle, and that's never changed, but my circle changed.
So it's not really a switching gears thing for you. It's just like a picking and choosing who gets what energy.
I choose to be empathetic to people in my circle and sympathetic to everyone else. That is my choosing of gear, my switching of gears, and that's how I figure out how to do that. And it's worked so far. So good, so far so good.
So good so far.
Yep, so good so far. So far so good. All that. There are people at work that I have to work with who have kids. And sometimes they come in and they are all raggedy daggedy and they in a bad mood and like, or they got to rush out and they're leaving. No.
Oh, sorry. Stinky parents.
But there are people who have to deal with things that I don't have to deal with. I don't have to be late for work because my kid threw up everywhere. Yeah. Like, I don't have to leave work early because my kid threw up everywhere. The kids throw up a lot, I hear. But anywho, those are people that I'm sympathetic towards. Okay. Because first of all, I don't even imagine how kids. Yeah. But they're not so close to me that it is important for me to empathize with them. Now, if something happened to you, yeah, I'm going to be like, oh, snap, how would I feel if this happened? Because that helps my brain work out how I can be supportive for you. And so some people need my support, or I'm willing to give my support to some people in, I don't want to say excessive way because it has a negative connotation, but I'm willing to go above and beyond for some people. And it's appropriate for some people that I truly, truly care about, that have been there for me, who would do the same thing for me. And everybody else, you get regular package.
I guess I don't balance that as well as I could. I'm capable of doing it, but I choose not to because in the back of my mind,
you're a hopeful human.
Yeah. I would hope that if I needed something, a random person, like, I would be able to rely on them. And that's just not how the world works. And it's not because all the time people are just assholes, which I do truly believe. But people also just aren't capable of reciprocating the same type of care. Yeah. Yeah, the same type of care that you might provide to them. So I do a lot, like, all the time. Like, I'm extra AF. Yeah. Like, it's okay.
I mean, you're a good friend. You're a good support character. I said this with my honey muffin. Like, I enjoy being the support character. I enjoy being behind the scenes. I don't want to be up in the face that, oh yeah, this is the person that I owe everything. Please don't do that because I don't like that. Don't do that, please. I would love to be in the background of your life, helping you with whatever you need help with, and you can take all that credit. I don't care because my hope and my wish is that whatever I do in your life is going to be helpful to you. Yeah. And I had to stop like going through life going, oh, at least I helped them. Because if I'm hurting myself, it's not worth it. And that's what I found out with a lot of my empathy previously, is I was hurting myself.
How were you hurting yourself?
I was sitting there absorbing all these situations, all these feelings and emotions for things that really had nothing to do with me, from people who were not ready to change their behavior. Okay. So I ended up becoming this pit of, hey, I'm feeling sad. Let me just throw all this emotion in you. And I'm not a black hole. I can't take all of that. Like, I have, a certain capacity and a certain bandwidth to handle things, because I know that I'm emotional. I know that I cry. I know that I take things to heart. And especially if I truly, truly care about you, like, it's gonna hit on a completely different level. Yeah. So I was just taking, hoping that, at some point something positive is going to happen. At some point, this person is going to start making choices that will benefit them, because some things, like, you can't help. Like I said, if, your business closed down, if a parent gets a disease, if you lose a brother or sister, like, there are big things that happen in life that you can't do anything about. Yeah. But there are also things that you do have control over. You do have control over whether you choose to engage with somebody who doesn't respect you. You do have control over whether to stay at a job that is breaking you mentally. Like, some of these are hard choices. Yeah. But you do have the ability to change your environment in some respect. So for someone who's constantly in a space or in an environment that is awful for them, they know it's awful for them, but they choose to stay in that situation because it's easier, or it's because what they're familiar with. for the empaths in that person's life, that makes it very, very hard to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
It makes it hard to be a support because you know that this is going to be a secular thing where you're constantly going to be hit with these negative emotions. And empaths, like I said, I ride the wave when the good stuff happens to people.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just me sitting here being sad when other people are sad. Other people are happy. Other people are doing well. Like, I ride those waves too.
Feed
And
off that energy.
it's amazing feeling. But you have to be around people who are, one, I think, cognizant of the depth of your empathy. And two, people who understand, hey, this person has a certain capacity, and when that capacity is reached, I need to let that person go.
Yeah.
So that they can refuel, recharge, do whatever the hell they do to make themselves feel better.
Let them go in what way?
Let them go as to give them a chance to recharge.
Okay.
Like, not necessarily cut the friendship unless you're feeling like, you know, it's downhill and it's not getting better. I didn't have an opportunity to tell that friend that I wasn't answering the phone sometimes because everything that was coming from her was negative. And I couldn't listen to it anymore.
You were already in a negative space.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I even found letters when I was cleaning out that I had written in college to her that I never sent them. I just wrote them and sealed them up. And it was literally the same thing. And I was just like, I can't be there for you like you want me to, because every time something bad happens to you, it hurts me in a way that is very intense and it's very real to me. And it's getting to the point where I can't even focus on my school and my studies or my life because I'm worried about you, because you're a sister to me. Like, you're blood to me.
So why weren't you able to switch your empathy off in that situation?
I didn't even know I was an empath until
Okay.
until 2018, or 2019. So I'd always heard those words, and I thought it was some, like, I didn't really believe in that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Which sounds stupid because that's like science and actual like psychology and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just didn't believe it. I was like, yeah, you feel things. Everybody feels stuff. Like, fine. But yeah, and I thought that was being a good friend.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, the first person I need to be a good friend to is me. And I can love you and I can be there for you and care about you. But if I'm not good, I can't. Like, I have to make sure that like my brain, my mental state, my emotional state is in a place for me to be receptive and to offer that support before whatever the hell I'm saying, because my brain tired.
I mean, being vocal about what you can handle is very important. And I think that's one thing that I've been making a point to at least try. Like, even though I don't want to come off as like mean or whatever, I will tell friends, like people in the tribe, like, hey, I'm having a bad day. I really can't ingest your bad day because I'm already in a bad space. So like, probably wouldn't be the best to talk to right now. Like, in those moments, I don't even see an option to be sympathetic because I'm just so engrossed in my own darkness.
Your teacup is already full.
Yeah.
It's full with your emotions. So, I mean, I think that's fair. And people who are used to your support and also care about you are going to go, okay, well, you let me know if you need something and we can chat it up later. Like, some people, misery loves company. Some people really can, like, everybody get on a phone call, everybody talk trash about their day, and everybody feels better afterwards.
Yeah.
That is not my take. Like, that stuff does not make me feel better. It makes me feel worse because I'm feeding on that negative energy.
Yeah.
I'm taking all of that in. So, no, I got to be in, like, a happy state. And then I could come to a neutral if you're feeling some type of way. I can go from like, oh, I'm having a great day. Woo, got my workout. My crack is still working. Like, woo. And then, hey, I found out this blah, blah, blah. I'm really sorry. Do you want to talk about it? Like, I can go from high to neutral real quick. I can't go from low to neutral. I can't do that. Like, if I'm already in a bad space, the amount of energy it takes for me to bring my vibes up so that I can actually be receptive, I don't have it.
Yeah, it takes some medication. It takes a professional.
It takes some alcohol sometimes.
Takes a little trip on a little rocket ship. Like, sometimes all those things are necessary.
Take someone to hit.
But you can't do that every day.
You can't.
I mean, you can. But
Some people can, and good for them. But like,
people shouldn't.
True.
Really shouldn't. Really need to unpack that.
Yep.
But
some of them are still cute though. You know who we are. I'm gonna get you. One of these days.
Trash.
You know what your name is.
Wow. Are you done? You done? You good? You need me?
I'm not finished.
You need me to step to the side?
Oh, I mean, if you want him too, like, we both agree he cute. Like,
I don't need no more problems in my life.
He not a problem.
I'm trying to figure out myself.
He's just like a little,
I'm dating myself.
He not like a Rubik's Cube. He like a 2 + 2. He like, oh, that's easy 4. That's what that is. That's the kind of problem. And I can get behind that kind of problem. I know that one.
That's
No?
Somebody get her.
I'm here. I'm ready to get God. Hi.
Okay, I mean, hey, I have no more. I have no more to give. I'm still learning. I'm still figuring this shit out. She's queen of Vampath, and I am.
This is my kingdom.
I'm very anti-empath, but
She's a peasant.
Whoa! I said you were a queen.
Yeah, you're a peasant. You're still learning.
You call me.
You could rise to at least a knight. I'll knight you, but you gotta put your work in.
Or a lord, a lordess, lady, a lady.
No, you not. You're a peasant. I'm sorry.
I feel disrespected.
You're a cute peasant though.
I don't understand why I have to be peasantry.
And your like little peasant shoes are cute. And your little peasant hair.
More, please.
And your little peasant glasses. Your peasant spectacles.
Don't look at me.
Peasantry is all the rage, I hear.
I can't with you.
I can't relate because I'm a queen, but...
Wow. It must be nice to have your shit together.
It is. In this one area of my life.
This one. Okay, well, I think that's all.
Yeah, guys, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. Switching between empathy and sympathy is like driving a manual car. Some of y'all don't even know what that is, but you got 3 pedals, you got some stuff you gotta do with your hands, and you gotta do steering wheel, you gotta switch the gear with your hands and hit the clutch and do the thing. Y'all can tell I don't really know how to do that, but I can ride a motorcycle, so that's how I know how to do that. But like I do with the car, that's a little different. I can do it with my feet, can't do it with my hands. But anyway, like I was saying, it's a lot. You have to really look at the situation. You have to see who it is, if they are worthy of your empathy or your sympathy. You have to see where you are mentally and emotionally, if you are able to give empathy, if you are able to give sympathy. You have to see what kind of empathy is best for that situation, if that's what you're going to do. You know, and even with sympathy, are you going to give them a hug, words of affirmation? Are you going to give them a fruit basket, flowers, a card? There's so many nuances and so many things to consider. But just like driving a manual car, you got to do all that shit real smooth, like if you want that bitch to move.
You're going to have to burn your clutch out a couple times before you finally get it to be smooth.
Yeah, so don't get like a Camaro or nothing. Go ahead, get you like a rinky-dink little... Yeah.
$25 car.
Yeah, $25 car.
$25 to practice.
Yep.
Practicing a $25 car.
And once you get your little empathy, sympathy legs, You can go ahead and get you your little Camaro, Mustang, Porsche, or whatever it is you want to drive.
And you'll be like,
You're going to be so good at switching between empathy and sympathy. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, you should run for president.
what? No, that's not how the presidency runs.
Did you need experience?
She's right. You don't.
So there you go.
There we go.
Master this, and you'll be on your way to the presidency. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
That is disturbing. Okay.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Let's do that trigger warning. Because what are we talking about next time? We're starting a new series.
Oh my gosh, surviving the holidays.
Surviving the holiday series. It's going to be a good time because it's about that time. It's about that time. You got to deal with your family.
And I already got...
You okay? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. So yes, we're gonna... We're gonna dive into that. That is a long series, but it'll go ahead and take us pretty much through the holiday season.
Yeah.
So we'll give you our tips and tricks, our learned experience over the... How many holidays have we experienced? Too many?
I just want to disclaim that we don't know what we're doing.
I know what I'm doing.
I don't.
I'm doing me.
Are you done, Thugnificent?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, sometimes you gotta believe in yourself.
I guess. Okay, fine. Fake it till you make it. So yeah, we'll share our tips, and hopefully they'll help you. Hopefully they'll help us. Talking it through is always very helpful. So we'll get into that surviving the holiday series next time.
But of course, you guys, hit us up. This has been a very chill podcast, this episode.
Because this was the first time we did this today.
Yeah. So the energy level is just, we decided to bring it down a couple notches.
Because we were on 10.
10,000.
For the first
All
time.
the way up.
All the way up.
0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, so we were doing the most, and then we got mid-tier, and then
Now
this
we're
one,
here.
we're
Yeah.
here. So, holidays. Remember, life is like...
Gosh, life is like this new restaurant that you found on DoorDash that is a bomb, okay? First of all, you didn't even think it was going to be that good because it's healthy, and you're like, ew, healthy food, but you get it, and you customize it, and you make it your own, and it's stir fry. You're just like, okay, stir fry is whatever, but like the stir fry was bomb, and then you get a dessert, and it's just like apples and some crumblies and some really, really nice thick whipped cream, like hand whipped, and then it has some honey, the honey baby. Sometimes life is like that. You take a chance on something you don't know nothing about, and boom, life comes back, and it's like, baby, baby, you did good.
Okay, word.
I did it.
All right, well, let's wrap this shit up because I'm tired.
Oh, me too. Gang, gang. Take your medicine. Love yourself.
Love others.
Drink water.
What else did we say?
Be the beautiful little galaxies you are.
Beautiful little galaxies that you are.
Slide into our DMs.
Thank you. Tell us if you're empath or sympath. Is this empath a thing? I need to stop saying that. All right. Well, bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye.